Hello dear students, welcome back to our channel Study Shack. I hope that you all are fine and doing well in your studies as well. Dear students, as you know very well that we have already completed our many chapters. Today we are going to start one more chapter of geography, that is manufacturing industries. So dear students, this is a very important chapter in your geography book. Many questions come from this chapter, manufacturing industries also. So we have to complete this chapter today. So, dear students, today I'm going to explain you this chapter line by line from NCERT, and I'm going to explain you this chapter in English only because, dear student, I feel that English is the language that is, understandable by all the people across India because all of the students are learning English, and English is one of the subject in their subject list. So, dear student, that's why I'm choosing English as a medium for this session, and let's continue. Okay, so dear students, let's first read the introductory part that is given in your book. On the occasion of Diwali, Harsh went to a market with his parents. They purchased shoe and clothes for him. His mother purchased utensils, tea, diyas, earthen lamps. Harish observed that shops in the market observed Harish observed that shops in the market were flooded with the items for sale. He wondered how so many items could be made in such a large quantity. His father explained that shoes, clothes, sugar, etc. are manufactured by the machines in the large industries. Some utensils are manufactured in small industries, while items like diyas are made by individual artisans in household industries. Do you have some ideas about these industries? So, dear student, you know very well that in occasion of Diwali, when we go to buy many items, like today now Diwali is going to come very soon, isn't it? So you people will also go to the market with your parents, isn't it? So you will see there that there are many diyas, many earthen pots, because usually in Diwali what we do, we light diyas, isn't it? We do these all things, so that's why we go in market to buy these things. So in the same manner, Harish also went to market with his parents. So he saw that there were many earthen pots, many diyas and all. So he was thinking that how such a mass production could how diyas could be produced in such a massive volume, massive quantity. So he asked this question, and his father explained him that how these items are produced in bulk quantity, how these are manufactured in large quantities in industries. So, dear students, now there I have asked you a question that do you have some ideas about these industries? So you can tell me in the comment section that after reading this chapter, what you have learned, and before reading this chapter, what knowledge you have about industries. Okay, so now let's read. Okay, so first paragraph. Hmm. Production of goods in large quantities after processing from raw materials to more valuable product is called manufacturing. Very simple definition and very basic definition that you are learning since class 5th, since class 4th. What is the definition? See, production of goods in large quantities means in large quantity you are generating goods, isn't it? So, production of goods in large quantities after processing from raw materials. After processing from raw materials means when you are taking raw materials and you are processing them, you are doing some of the things, you are basically mixing them with other items, like whatever you are doing, you are processing these raw materials to make new valuable products which are needed by us, isn't it? So valuable product is called manufacturing. This process is called manufacturing, and manufacturing comes under secondary sector. You know this very well, we have read in economics book. Now, next is written, do you know that paper is manufactured from wood, sugar from sugar cane, and iron and steel from iron ore, and aluminium from bauxite? So, of course, bache, we know these things because you know very well that you have learned these things in your smaller classes also, and this iron and steel, about iron and steel you have learned in the previous chapter, that is mineral and energy resources. Okay, similarly, dear student, aluminium we have learned that it come from bauxite. Okay, now do you also know that some type of clothes are manufactured from yarn, which itself is an industrial product. So dear student, you know very well that cotton clothes that we wear in summer, so from where these cotton clothes are made? These cotton clothes are made from cotton, which is a raw material which comes from farms, and then when we manufacture this cotton, then we get cotton clothes, isn't it? So dear student, again very nice example your NCERT book has given. Then next, what is rewritten? People employed in the secondary activities manufacture the primary materials to finished goods. So now what is written? That people who are employed in secondary activities. What are secondary activities? Secondary activities are activities which are related to manufacturing, etc. Okay, so people who are engaged in these types of secondary activities, dear students, secondary activity, manufacture the primary materials. Primary materials means raw materials. Primary materials, you can write that primary material refers to raw materials. Okay, raw materials. Now see, raw materials into finished goods. Okay, so when people employed in secondary activities manufacture primary materials into finished goods. Now the worker employed in the steel factories, cars, breweries, textile industries, bakeries, etc. fall in this category. Some people are employed in providing services. In this chapter, we are mainly concerned with manufacturing industries, which will fall in secondary sector. So, dear student, in this chapter, which is manufacturing industries, as the name is suggesting us, that we are concerned with, we are mainly concerned, we are mainly focusing on the manufacturing industries, which will fall under secondary sector. Secondary sector, because we know this very well, that manufacturing industries fall in secondary sector. First, we have learned about primary sector. Primary sector is just a sector in which what happens? In which we generate raw materials. We grow raw material. We bring raw material, isn't it? And in secondary sector, what happens? We process that raw material, we manufacture that raw material, and we make new finished goods, isn't it? Now, dear student, next what is given? Let's see. So, next is given, the economic strength of a country is manufactured by the development of manufacturing industries. Economic strength of a country is measured by the development. So, economic strength. How you will measure the economic strength of the country? By measuring the development of manufacturing industries. That means that if manufacturing industries are developing, that means the economic strength of the country is also developing, isn't it? So, economic strength of a country is measured by the development of manufacturing industries in the country. Okay, now next is importance of manufacturing. Now, what is the importance of manufacturing? Let's see. Manufacturing sector is considered the backbone of development in general and economic development in particular, mainly because, now this is very very important paragraph. This whole paragraph till possible, it is very important because it is telling you the importance of manufacturing industries, and the direct question can come in your board examination, which will ask that what is the importance of manufacturing industries. So that time you people should be ready with your answer, and the answer is given in your NCERT book only. Students ask me that, ma'am, in SST we are not able to make the answers properly. The reason behind is that you people don't read book at all. And since you people don't read book at all, you are not able to make any answers. So it's my humble request for everyone to please read the book carefully, because in book only each and every line is given and answer is also given in the book only. So it's very important for you people to refer the book for each and every answer. Okay, even when you are writing the NCERT answers, don't follow the net, directly you are following the net. I have seen students, they don't consult their book. They directly search in Google, they directly search in ChatGPT, and they find the answers. They find the answers. But this is a wrong method. You have to consult a book. When you will generate a habit of consulting a book for each and every answers, you will find that you will be able to remember each and every fact that is given in your book, and this will definitely help you in your examination, because you people will able to make the answers by yourself. Varna in examination you will feel very nervous that I don't know any answers, how I will write. So this is very important. This is a small tip that I want to give my each and every student, because every student is equal for me, and I really want every one of you to be successful in your lives. So now, manufacturing sector is considered the backbone of development in general, and economic development in particular. Very important line. You can use this line only in your answers. Okay, manufacturing sector is considered the backbone of development in general, and the backbone of and the economic development in particular, mainly because why the question can come that manufacturing sector is considered backbone of development in general and economic development in particular. Justify the statement. Then what points you will write to justify your answer? First, manufacturing industries not only help in modernizing agriculture, which forms the backbone of our economy, they also reduce the heavy dependence of people on agricultural income by providing them jobs in secondary and tertiary sectors. Very important. Manufacturing industry not only help in modernizing agriculture, means they are helping in modernizing agriculture also. How? See, because of manufacturing industries only, nowadays tractors are coming, isn't it? You have seen tractors are coming. Then for plowing the field and etc. Then you have seen that there are many other items like fertilizers are there, fertilizers are there, pesticides are there. These all products are manufactured and then they are used in field only, they are used in agricultural activities only. So basically manufacturing industries are modernizing, they are modernizing agricultural industries, agricultural activities, activities are being modernized by these things. And they also reduce the heavy dependence of people on agricultural incomes. Heavy dependence of people, because you know very well that in India most of the people are engaged in agricultural activities only. Primary sector is growing in India very much because people are engaged in agricultural sector only. So it is basically reducing this dependence of people. How? Because if manufacturing industries will grow, so people will have jobs in secondary and tertiary sector as well. Because if manufacturing industries will grow, so obviously there is a need to transport these things. So secondary sector also people are needed, and in tertiary sector also the people are needed. Okay. Now the second point, industrial development is a precondition for eradication of unemployment and poverty from our country. Very important. See, industrial development is a precondition, means it is a very important condition for eradication means removal of unemployment means when people are not employed in country. Many people who are underemployed means they are not employed, they have no jobs, they are jobless. Okay. And poverty from a country, obviously bache, if unemployment rate will reduce, so obviously poverty will also get reduced, okay, from the country. This was the main philosophy behind public sector industries and joint sector ventures in India. Okay. It was it was also aimed at bringing down regional disparities. It was also aimed at bringing down regional disparities. Very important. Regional disparities by establishing industries in tribal and backward region. Regional disparities also will come down because of this, because people from tribal and backward areas will also get employment in these industrial areas. Okay, so you can see in one paragraph only two points are given. So if you'll consider only these two paragraphs, you will find 4 points. Okay, just break the points into two parts. I'll tell you how to break it. Okay. Then third point which is given, export of manufactured good, expand trades and commerce. We have already learned globalization in Indian economy chapter, in which I told you that export of manufactured goods, if we will export manufactured good, that means if we'll send the manufactured good which are manufactured in our country to the other regions of the world, so it will expand our trade. Expand our trade means we'll able to expand our business and commerce, and brings in much needed foreign exchange. Then see next point that is given, countries that transform their raw materials into wide variety of finished good of higher values are prosperous. Countries that transform raw materials into wide variety of finished goods. ठीक है? So countries that transform raw materials means those country who transform their raw material into wide variety of finished goods. Finished goods mean valuable goods of higher value are phosphorus means they have so much of money, the economy is growing. India's prosperity lies in increasing and diversifying its manufacturing industry as quickly as possible. Very important point. Okay, India's prosperity means wealthiness. How wealthy India will be in next 20 years, next 5 years will depend on how manufacturing industries are increasing and diversifying in India. Okay, next is agriculture industry and industries are not exclusive for each other, they move hand in hand. Very important. For instance, the agro industries in India have given a major boost to agriculture by raising its productivity, because very well in agriculture also we are using many items like fertilizers, like pesticides, like tractors, etc. So they depend on they depend on the later for raw materials and sell their products such as irrigation pumps, fertilizer, insecticides, pesticides, plastics, and PVC pipes. Okay, PVC pipes also, machines and tools, etc. to the farmers. This development and competitiveness of manufacturing industry has not only assisted agriculturists in increasing their production but also made the production process very efficient. So that's why they are very important. This is another use. You can give the example of agriculture. Okay, so that will complete your 5 points. Okay, in present day world of globalization and industry, globalization, again this term globalization has come. What is the meaning of globalization? Please comment. So dear student, you know very well that globalization means that interconnectivity. Globalization refers to the interconnectivity or integration of the nation, isn't it? Globalization is a process that involves integration and interconnection of different nations. Okay, so present day world of globalization, our industry needs to be more efficient and competitive. Self sufficiency alone is not enough. Our manufactured good must be at par in quality with those in international markets. Not only then will we be able to compete with the international markets. Okay, because in globalization chapter what you have read, that globalization is essence when globalization happens, so the competitiveness between the markets of different countries increases. So when this competitiveness increases, we'll able to compete with that only if we have high quality products, and that is only necessary if we want to compete with international market. Now see next what is given to us. Classification of industries given. Okay, so dear student, if you will remember that in your old books, those children who are having old books, in old books bacche, contribution of industry to national economy is also given one part, then industrial location is also given. But since this is not in the new book, because I am referring to the new book means reprint 2025 to 26. So in this book that is not given, so that's why bacche we will directly start from classification industries. Okay, now see, if I come to classification of industries, so what is written? See, list the various manufactured products you use in your daily life, such as transistors, electric bulb, vegetable oil, cement, okay, cement, glassware, petrol, matches, scooters, automobiles, medicines, and so on. Okay, so these are the products that we use in daily life. The transistors are used in daily life, electric bulbs are used in daily life, vegetable oil we use in daily life, isn't it? Because we have to cook vegetables. Cement, bacche, every time people are making their houses, so for that cement is needed. That glassware also every time. Then next is petrol is also used because we operate cars. In cars petrol is needed. Then matches we use, scooters we use, automobiles we use, medicines we use, because nowadays people are eating nonsense things, so that's why they are getting sick very early. Now see, if we classify the various industries based on the particular criterion, then we would be able to understand their manufacturing better. Okay, particular criterion. Now what would be the criterion, we'll see, but let's classify them first. Okay, that's very essential, because we have to basically categorize them. Criterion बच्चे spelling you have to see, because I have seen many students that they make mistake in criterion spelling. बच्चे criterion spelling is not a very tough spelling, you have to learn it. Okay, so criterion. So now see, next is given industry may be classified as follows: on the basis of source of raw material used. So on the basis of source of raw material used, bache, there can be two types of industries. One is agro based industry, in which you will find cotton, woolen, jute, silk, textile, rubber, sugar, tea, coffee, edible oil. So these are in agro based industry. Then mineral based industry: iron, steel, cement, aluminium, machine, tools, and petrochemicals. These comes under mineral based industries, because minerals, iron, steel, aluminium, machine, tools, these all are minerals only. Petrochemicals are minerals. Then machines and tools are made from minerals only. What are minerals? Iron, and these all are minerals only, because these are all are made from metals, isn't it? Now next is according to the main role. According to the main role, there can be two industries. Basic or key industries are those which supply their product as raw materials to manufacture of goods. Such example, iron and steel, copper smelting, aluminium smelting. These industries are those industries, बच्चे, which manufacture these minerals. Minerals are also manufactured. See, iron, though iron, we do not get iron in its basic form. Iron is a metal which is present in its oxide form or like this. So process of roasting, calcination is occurred in these industries. Iron is manufactured, and when iron is manufactured, these industries supply iron to other manufacturing industries which use iron as their raw material. So basic or key industries are those industries which supply their product as raw material to manufacture of other goods such as iron and steel, copper smelting, and aluminium smelting. Now next is consumer industries. Consumer industries are those industries that produce goods for direct use by consumers. Like if consumers want biscuits, so biscuit is a consumer industry, because they are producing good that is directly going to be used by consumers. Okay, so sugar, toothpaste, papers, sewing machines, fans, etc. These are what? These are consumer industries. Sewing machine, you know very well, na? Silai wali machine. Okay, do you see? Sewing machines are those machines. Now on the basis of capital investments, so we have seen two criteria. First, on the basis of raw materials used, there are agro based industry, there are agro based industries, and there are mineral based industries. Then according to the main role, we have seen there are basic or key industries, and there are consumer industries. So these four industries, I think you will remember. Next is on the basis of capital investment, that how much we have invested in that company. So a small scale industry is defined with reference to the maximum investment allowed on the asset of a unit. This limit has changed over a time. At present, the maximum investment allowed is rupees 1 crore. Okay. So this is on the basis of capital investment, the small scale industry. A small scale industry is defined with reference to the maximum investment allowed to assist a unit. So a limit has changed over a period of time. At present, the maximum investment allowed is rupees 1 crore. Okay, so 1 crore is allowed. So that will tell us that this is a small scale industry. Now next is a public on the basis of ownership. Now on the basis of ownership, there are public sector, there are private sector, there are joint sector industries, and there are cooperative sector industries. Okay, so these you have already read in your previous classes. I think you have read this in class 8th also. I don't remember nicely, but I think so that you have read. Public sector बच्चे are owned and operated by the government agencies, like we have BHEL and SAIL, etc. So these are public sector industries, public sector industry. Okay, BHEL and CAIL. Okay, if you guys knows the full form, if anybody of you student know the full form of these things, so you can comment below. Okay, then we have private sector industries owned and operated by individual or group of individuals. Okay, so group of individual, like we have TISCO and Bajaj Auto Limited, and then we have Daban Industries. So these are private industries which are operated by individual or the group of individuals. And I have already told you that public sector industries are those industries which are owned by government agencies. Now next we have joint sector industries, which are jointly run by the state and the individuals or a group of individuals. Okay, jointly run by state and individuals or the group of individuals. So these are joint sector industries. For example, Oil India Limited, oil is jointly owned by public and private sector, in which both the people, government agencies also come together and private agencies, means individual or the group of individuals also come together. Then we have cooperative sector industries. These are owned and operated by the producers or the suppliers of raw materials. Okay, so the people who are supplying the raw material, people who are producing the raw material, they only control these industries. So workers or both, they pool the resources and share the profit and losses proportionately. Such examples are sugar industries in Maharashtra and the coir industries in Kerala. Okay, one more, dear student, cooperative sector industries. So these industries, dear student, sugar industries हो गई, then we have these industry in Kerala also. So these comes under cooperative sector industry, in which the people who are producing the raw material, people who are supplying the raw material, they are only the owner of the industries as well. Now see, on the basis of bulk and the weight of raw material and finished goods. So we have heavy industries such as iron and steel, and we have light industry that use light raw materials and produce light goods such as electrical goods industries like wires, etc. Okay, so heavy industries are those industries which are heavy industries such as iron and steel industry, where iron is produced, steel is produced. And light industries are those industries which use light raw materials, like if they are using iron also, so they are producing very light goods like electrical goods industry, like they are making switches, they are making wires, etc. So these are light industries. Okay, so I hope that you people have understood the classification of industry. Very easy, I am just revising it for you all. Okay, then we will read these industries in detail also, don't worry, we read these industries in detail also. Some of the important industries we will read in detail. Okay, don't worry. Okay, so now you can see industries are classified as follows. First, industries. Okay, now see, industries are classified 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So first is on the basis of raw materials. I am just writing raw. So we have which type of agro based. Second we have mineral. Then second criterion that we have is according to the main role. So I'm just writing main role. We have two types of industries. First we have basic or key industry. So I'm just writing basic. Second we have consumer. Okay, now next is on the basis of capital investment. So I'm just writing invest. Okay, so in invest we have just one type of, that is small scale. I'm just writing small scale, but the full is small scale industry. Then we have on the basis of ownership. So ownership we have four types. First, public, I'm just writing pub. Second, private, I'm just writing pri. And third, joint. Fourth, you know very well that it is cooperative. Okay, then next we have on the basis of weight and bulk of raw material and finished good. So I am writing BW and of finished goods. Okay, finished. I am writing finish, just finish. Okay, so in this we have only two types, heavy and light. So now dear student, you all can take screenshot of this slide. Okay, then I am just erasing this. Okay, so I have made a flowchart for all of you, and like with the help of flowcharts only you have to remember all these things, because I know that it's very difficult for you all people to remember these all types of industries. So you have to remember these all types of industries with the help of flowcharts. Now dear student, the most important that you have to remember only, that is your industries based on ownership. This is very very important, because ownership, you can see, itself has 4 points. So the question can be made by this on the basis of ownership. 3 marks or 5 marks question could be there. So you have to remember this ownership one part very carefully. Okay, next is, dear student, we have one activity, that is classify the following two groups basis on the basis of bulk and the weight of raw material and finished good. So first we have oil, then we have knitting needles, we have brassware, we have fuse wires, we have watches, we have sewing machines, we have ship buildings, we have electrical bulbs, we have paint brushes, we have automobiles. So see, oil, you know very well, oil refers to which industry? So we have to tell on the basis of bulk and weight. So oil, dear student, you know very well that oil is something in which the lot of things is required. Like it comes under heavy industries only, because petroleum, when we when petroleum is also a type of oil only. So petrol, diesel, these all items, they when they are extracted, it requires so much of effort. And similarly, dear student, oil from vegetables and fruits also, it also requires so much of process. So this comes under heavy. Then next is knitting needles. So this is, dear student, comes under light. So heavy, light, you can just write HL. Okay, brassware बनाने के लिए, you know very well, they are using just the heavy materials, iron, steel, etc. Some of the sandstone of items like that they are using. So again this comes under light industry. Fuse wires, light industries. Watches, light industry. Sewing machines, light industry. Ship buildings shipbuilding, this comes under heavy. Then electrical bulbs, light. Paint brushes, light. Automobiles, this comes under heavy. Okay, so I hope that you people understood that which comes under heavy and which comes under light. And if you people think that ma'am any of the item you have categorized as wrong, so you can just tell me in the comment section, or you can just write it according to your preference. But the concept should be clear, that what are light industries and what are heavy industries. Okay bache, so now next is agro based industries. This we'll do in our next video. In next video we are going to cover many such types of industries. So till then, dear students, thank you so much for watching, and stay tuned with us for next video also. Part 2 is going to come soon. So till then, if you're new in our channel, please subscribe our channel, so that we can get motivation to make more such types of video for all of you. Thank you so much, dear students.